In this presentation, I will present explanations of mental illness through supernatural, biological, and psychological approaches. I will also discuss relevant advancements of treatment that are presented in the text to the subject matter of this presentation. The supernatural approach explains mental illness through abstract means. The term mysterious forces was used to explain this mental illness in this case, and mysterious forces were not empirically observed. The human imagination is powerful, and through it people fabricated explanations without using the scientific method, and agreed on the concept as a legitimate means of treating a mental illness. These treatments involved removing bad forces from the person. These various forms were also not scientifically proven through research. Some examples of these treatments are witch hunts, bloodletting, exorcisms, and trepanation. Witchcraft was labeled as paganism by Europeans in the Middle Ages. Witch hunts followed the pursuit of removing witchcraft, which resulted in the deaths of many innocent people due to the belief that they were corrupted. Bloodletting is the withdrawal of blood to cure a patient. Exorcisms is a religious practice intended of removing demons, and trepanation is when patients had a hole drilled in their skull. These treatments were cruel, ineffective, and made no sense for a sane person to go through with it. The mind and body are connected in the biological explanation for mental illness, making it a more empirical method of explaining a mental illness. A malfunction in the body, including the brain, causes mental illness. These are tested and have higher results in success. Treatments involve baths, massage, herbal remedies, and many other forms of physical treatments. Currently, medicines like SSRIs are used to treat mental illness. Psychology looks at the root of mental illness occurring psychologically. Examples of psychological experiences that stimulate abnormal behavior are grief, anxiety, fear, disappointment, frustration, guilt, and conflict. Psychology has been thoroughly researched, and many aspects of the science is empirical. Treatments have worked to combat mental illness through psychological means. Catharsis, which is purging the mind of disturbing emotions, can be achieved through a patient reliving a traumatic event. Habituation leads to the decrease of the abnormal behavior that follows this traumatic event. Other means of combating mental illness are offering support, reassurance, validation, compassion, as well as analyzing thoughts and relaxation. Paracelsus advanced the treatment of mental illness by suggesting more logical methods of explaining mental illness. Around the time where supernatural means of explaining mental illness was common, Paracelsus suggested understanding nature should come from experience. Pinel advanced treatment through unchaining those in facilities and stopping treatments like bloodletting from occurring. Dix played a role by taking care of the facilities themselves, which would improve the lives of the mentally ill. Kraepelin's advancement of treatment played a relevant role towards treating mental illness through biological and psychological means. He was well known for studying the effects of psychoactive drugs on cognitive and behavioral functions. And Whitmer was responsible for stimulating the profession of clinical psychology, which treated mental illness through psychological means.